Hey guys, as promised, here is your Unit 5 review. I apologize for the dark lighting here, but I don't want to turn on too many lights. It's no dark outside, but it is me, I promise. So for number 1, 2, and 3, we need to write the equation of each line and write our final answer in slope-intercept form. And just as a note, slope-intercept form is this one right up here, at y equals mx plus b. That's the one that we know the most. So slope-intercept form is going to be y equals mx plus b. Luckily on number 1, they gave us everything we need. So y equals 3x plus a negative 4. Finished. Number 2, they did give us everything we need. Remember that b matches up when x equals 0. So everything we need is also here. Y equals mx plus b. So y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. You're good to go. In number 3, we have to get the slope from the graph. Now, you haven't loved these, but you're looking, remember, for those points where they intersect the grid nice and neatly at the corners. Those are the points that matter. So remember, your B is up here where it crosses the y-axis. Now, they did not do a good job highlighting. Whoops. This is your x-axis, and this is your y-axis. It's a little tough to see on that picture. So if we do y equals mx plus b, the b is where we cross up here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my slope, I'm going to switch colors for my slope here. We go down to right 1, down to right 1, down to right 1. So your slope, because you go down, is negative 2 over 1. That is the equation in the line. All right, the point m equals 7 passing through the point 4, 0. Now, they did not give us everything we need. In this case, we're going to flip over to your point slope form first. Try to color code this a little bit for you guys. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then just put in the values that you have. So y minus, remember this is xy, y minus 0 equals 7 times x minus 4. And then we can distribute. So y equals 7x minus 28. And then we wound up with slope-intercept form. You're good to go. Now in number 5, they did not give us the slope. So we have to go up here to our slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 2 minus a negative 5 over 0 minus 4 is equal to 7 over negative 4. Now remember that minus a negative becomes plus. You guys have been really good at telling me that. So if I jump into, let's make that bigger so you can see. Guess what? The b is there. So I can go right to y equals mx plus b. I think I did this in my block 2 class. Block 3, we started at the end instead of the beginning. But I see an x equals 0, so that means my b is 2. So y equals negative 7 over 4, that's my slope, x plus 2. All right, so maybe you can pause the video and take a screenshot if that helps. I'll zoom out so you can get that whole page. Just like we're in class together. There you go. If you want to pause and take a screenshot, go ahead. All right, let's keep on rolling here. 5 and 6 have a table. So they didn't tell you the slope, but you have to find the slope, and you want to use your any 2 points. For number 5, I kind of like the 0 and the 6 and the 1 and the 10. They're the first positive ones. So remember that the first column is your x and the second column is your y. So if you find the slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, you've got 10 minus 6 over 1 minus 0, which is 4 over 1. So if we do y equals mx plus b, again, I see a 0 in the x column, so your b is right there. Your b is 6. So y equals 4 over 1x plus 6. All right, same thing in number 6, same exact thing. You have to find your own slope. The first 2 work out pretty well here. So my slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I would say 9 minus 6 over 1 minus 0 gives us 3 over 1. If we go to fill in y equals mx plus b, there is my 0. My b matches up with that 0, so b equals 6. So y equals 3 over 1x plus 6. Is b always 6? No, it's just a coincidence in these two. Okay, how we doing? Now, unfortunately, when I'm looking at 7, 8, and 9, they didn't give us the slope. Grr. So we have to find that. Instead of me writing the formula over and over each time, I'll say -4 minus 4 over -2 minus a -6. This is a -8. That minus a negative becomes plus, so -2 plus 6 is 4. So my slope is -2. Then I would use that point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Choose one of the points. I'm going to go for the first one. It's just there. So y minus 4 equals -2 times x minus a -6 minus a negative is plus. Y minus 4 equals -2x plus 6. I'm going to distribute that -2. So y minus 4 equals -2x minus 12. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So y equals -2x minus 8. And that is slope intercept. A lot of steps with those. You can do it though. You can do it. So slope, -11 minus 1, -3 minus 9 gives me a -12 over a -12. Now I saw somebody's work, I don't remember where, but technically we don't keep both negatives in a fraction because a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and those are both 12. So this is actually +1. That's your best answer. Start with that point slope again. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I like the first point, they're both positive. Y minus 1 equals 1 times x minus 9. Technically, you distribute the 1x minus 9. Oops. Add the 1 to both sides of the equal sign. So y equals 1x minus 8. And that is slope intercept. All right, number 9. There you go. Screenshot if you want. Hold that thought. All right, did you get your screenshot? Okay. So number 9 is going to work the same way. We have to find our slope first. Slope is -8 minus -8 over -4 minus 3. Now that minus and negative becomes a plus. So this is 0 over -7, which is a slope of 0. Now, if we use that point slope formula again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Suppose I should zoom in. You can use either point. Y minus a -8 equals 0 times x minus 3. Now, what's anything times 0 over here on the right-hand side? It's 0. So I've got y plus 8 equals 0. To get y by itself, y equals -8. This is a horizontal line. It has 0 slope, not no slope, but 0 slope. Those are two different things. And if you were to graph it, it would be down here at -8. All right, now, so what's my answer? This one's my answer, y equals -8. Slope is undefined. That means it's a vertical line that goes up and down. And if it's a vertical line, it's an x equals equation. So which number is the x? Is it the -6 or the 7? It's the -6. And that's the answer to number 10. All right, take your screenshot. All right, keep cruising. Write write the equation of each line, write your answer in standard form. And here's our standard form. If you remember, this is the most recent thing that we've been doing. Go back to your point slope form again. So you have y minus a -4 equals -3 times x minus 0. The left-hand side is y plus 4. Right-hand side is -3 times x. That 0 you can drop out, or when you distribute the -3, you still get 0. So we want x and y on the left. So I have to add 3x to both sides. So 3x plus y plus 4 is equal to 0. So we're almost there. We have our x and our y. We got to move the 4. So I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. So 3x plus y is equal to negative 4. And that's our solution. Number 12 is the same idea, but again, they didn't give us a slope. M equals negative 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 5. The top is negative 2 over negative 4, which is 1/2. Let's use the first pair. Those are both positive. So y minus 1 equal to 1/2 times x minus 5. I'm going to distribute. Y minus 1 equals 1/2 x minus, in your calculator, that would be 2.5, but I'm going to leave that as 5 over 2. How did we get rid of the fractions? We multiplied everything by 2. So we have 2y minus 2 is equal to 1x minus 5. I am going to add the 2 to both sides. So 2y is equal to 1x minus 3. Now, at one point, we were solving for y, so we would divide by 2, but that would just take us back to where we started. We don't want that. I'm going to subtract the 1x on both sides. So negative 1x plus 2y is equal to a negative 3. Now, in order to get that x term to be positive, which is what we need, we're going to divide everything by negative 1. So this becomes x minus 2y equals a positive 3. And that's standard form. 13, determine the function that represents the sequence. Again, you have to find your own slope. You know that this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. So you choose your own ordered pairs. Choose the first two. It's 150 and 261. So to find your slope, 61 minus 50 over 2 minus 1 gives you 11 over 1. If we do that point slope form again, we've got y minus 1 equals m times x minus 1. x1, excuse me. I like the first pair. It's pretty easy. Y minus 50 equals 11 times x minus 1. Y minus 50 equals 11x minus 11. I'm going to add 50 on both sides. So y equals 11x, negative 11 plus 50, 40, 39. There we go. That's the equation. What is the 31st term of the sequence? In order to find the 31st term, you put that in for your x. So y equals 11 times 31 plus 39. Now, I don't have a calculator with me, so 31 times 11. It's been a while since we've seen that, huh? 341 plus 39. Y equals 10, 7, carry 10, and 6, 380. There we go. That is the 31st term, 380. 149 is what term in the sequence? This is where you're going to set it equal to 149. So 149 equals 11x plus 39. You subtract 39 on both sides. So 110 is equal to 11x. Divide by 11. X is equal to 10. There you go. Take your screenshot. All right, I believe there are 2 left, which is an equation of the line that contains those points. Now, this one's written in standard form. Let's use another color. So your slope is y2 minus y1, so negative 5 minus 5 over 2 minus 4 gives me negative 10 over negative 2. If I divide those, I get a positive 5. Point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 5 is equal to 5 times x minus 4. Y minus 5 equals 5x minus 20 after I'm done distributing. Add 5 to both sides. Y equals 5x minus 15. Now, if you get kind of excited, You see there's a minus 15 up here and here, and they both have a 5x. But ours is in slope-intercept, and we want standard form. So I'm going to subtract 5x on both sides. So negative 5x plus y equals negative 15. Now be careful. I see that answer here in A. However, A is not standard form. Why is it not standard form? Because the A term, that x is negative, and we can't have a negative x side. So what we need to do is divide everything by a negative 1. My dog is trying to get on my lap. So I've got 5x minus y is equal to a positive 15. And that, folks, is letter C. All right, take your screenshot of that one too. All right, number 15, a band charges $50 per hour to play at an event plus a fixed setup fee. For playing 4 hours, the band made $275. Which equation describes the relationship between X, the time and hours that they play, and Y, the total amount of money? This phrase right here, $50 per hour, that's your rate. Your rate of change is the slope. So M equals 50. And then you have an ordered pair for 4 hours, they made $275. So if you look, these are all in point slope form. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 275 is equal to 50 times x minus 4. And that is letter D. Good. Number 16, Julia makes earrings to sell at the county fair. If she sells 22 pairs of earrings, she makes $264. If she sells 43 pairs of earrings, she makes $516. Write an equation describing the relationship. So again, your own ordered pair, 22 and 264. And your other one is going to be 43 and 516. So you want to find your slope. 516 minus 264 over 43 minus 22. Let's see, the bottom's 21 and the top is 252. All right, I think that's right. And then I'm going to steal a calculator on my laptop here. So 252 divided by 21, 252 divided by 21 is 12. So y, and I'm going to use that first pair. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 264 equals 12 times x minus 22. Distribute the 12. Y minus 264 is equal to 12x, and then 12 times 22 is 264. Imagine that. So if I add 264 to both sides, I get y equals 12x. That, folks, is the equation. If she sells 67 earrings, how much money does she earn? So y equals 12x. So y equals 12 times 67. Y equals 67 equals $804. There we go. All right, this is the last one. Joey mows 6 lawns in the summer and makes $84. If he mows 15 lawns, he makes $210. Write an equation to represent the situation. Here's my slope, 210 minus 84 over 15 minus 6. The denominator is 9. 110 and 16 is 126. 126 divided by 9 is 14. So he's charging $14 per yard. It's pretty cheap. Y equals, let's use the first ordered pair. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 84 equals 14 times x minus 6. y minus 84 equals 14x. What's 14 times 6? Is 84. Add 84 to both sides. Y equals 14x. If he makes $350, how many lawns did he mow? So y equals 14x. So is 350 the x or the y? It's the y. If he's charging $14 or if he's making $14 per yard, the 350 is the total. So 350 divided by 14. I'm going to do this one by hand. 7 goes into both of those. That's a 2. That's a 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. So 350 over 14. And that is 25. There you go. Good job following along.